I just been in 5 shootouts last week. He popped around the vision, plus he moving in the kitchen. Nobody make a move, nigga with scooter, hella business. Reaching in his pocket, Gucci slap on with the pistol.
Get your bitch ass down, nigga. Motherfucking move, nigga. Sister, almost Sunday in the room. I don't give a damn about it, but I'll make niggas with the jump. I got money in the double, trying to pop a kid course. Me and Scooter ain't twins, but we got twin chop. Now, I'm a flock of flavor, nigga, hit him with the yacht. I'm a street nigga, never be a pilot to a cop.
No, what the fuck going on, nigga? Fuck like this police ass nigga. Fuck out the spot, man.
Nigga, Gucci was the hardest nigga, man.
Trap
House came out, and there was nothing harder than this shit.
Who up?
I just see with one eye open like
That nigga tight, man.
for the police, that's why I rap about the bricks.
Who you think the king of the trap? T.I. or
These bricks was read.
He came with the trap. None of them niggas would be on it.
But I do gotta say, Gucci made that shit.
He took it to the level it's at now. For real.
You didn't hear real trap music till T.I., but Gucci did it.
So what's the deal, man? What is this, episode 15? PolitiKan the podcast, man.
PolitiKan.
DJ, Chris. Let's get to this NFL, man. The NFL is back, man. Preseason, man. Y'all see the number one overall? Baker Mayfield?
He was looking real good.
Baker Mayfield was out there. I mean, he's going against second and thirds, man, but that boy looking like the Browns might actually have a quarterback for once.
Yeah.
For the first time in my life, nigga, because they've never had no
What do you think the
quarterback.
Browns, like when is Browns or Cleveland really going to be good?
I think that in the next 3
Ron
years.
brought them a chip, so they got that, but
I think
they
within
knocked the Hank off, but when they going to be a franchise?
within the next 3 years, because they have a quarterback, so now you can attract free agents.
Yep.
And then if you're going to be at the bottom of the league for this year, probably next year too, you're
So
going to
I
get
got
some
no
more
doubt Baker
draft
going to
picks.
come out and ball. Every rookie, when they, you know, if you don't get no scouting reports, you're going to ball. But what about the next year? What is Dak going to do this year? You know, so
That's going to him balling
this
this
is
year.
Dak's third year.
Yeah.
Dak fell off. He had a mediocre year, had a good year. This is third year. This is graduation year.
Yeah.
Are you NFL? So Baker got to go through that same thing in Cleveland, though.
But they were
Dallas got lined.
Dak was blaming it on Dez Bryant because they were running so many plays for Dez Bryant.
Yeah.
And he had to kind of cater to Dez Bryant. Without Dez Bryant being in Dallas, there's nobody that they're running specific
But
plays
now that's
for.
why it's
So
all
now
on Dak now. Because
But Dak
you done
likes
got
it
rid of
because
this.
he doesn't have to eyeball him. I don't have to give you 10 throws a game.
I know
can
that.
throw it to whoever I want, whenever I want now.
Yeah.
So I have full control. So I think
But
that
listen,
Dak will have a better
So look,
season.
at the job, when
With
you
Dez
know
Bryant gone.
you got to get these 10 items, but you got a route to do it, but you got to do it a certain route. Is it better when you don't got to do those 10 items no more, when you ain't got to worry about that now? Now you're more free. But now it's more pressure on you because you ain't got that excuse like, yo, I had to throw it to him 12 times, that's why.
But
so now you don't.
You accept the pressure for the better morale and the better chemistry. Do I need to get him out of here? Do I got to do some more work? If that nigga gone, then yeah, more going to be on me.
I
But
feel
it's going
that.
to be better chemistry around. It's going to be better
Well, are you
morale.
think
I'm
Dak
going to
gonna ball
enjoy
out?
being here. I think that Dak is going to have a better year, and I think that Dez is going to have a better year.
So
Even though Dez doesn't have a team right now, I still think that he's going to have a better year than his last 3 years.
Dak's going to have a better year than
Himself.
Last year. Second year. That was his best year. He balled out.
Yeah. I think this is going to be the best year of the
23,
season.
24 touchdowns, 4 interceptions or something. He going to have better than that?
Yes. This is going to be the best year of the season. Dak's going to be top 5 quarterback in the league after this year.
So who's top 5?
I
Brady, Aaron?
I would say Aaron first, Brady.
No order, but you can do an order.
Aaron first, Brady second, Breeze third. Fourth, I have to go Cam Newton. I have to go Cam Newton fourth. I have to go Russell Wilson fifth.
Yeah, I still got Aaron and Brady tied just because championships versus skill.
Yeah.
So I still got them tied just because Aaron is a good ass motherfucker, but he ain't won shit.
Yeah.
Brady is a tight. He got a tight system, but he won everything.
Yeah.
So I can't not put Brady first.
Breeze is the best.
Because
as
if you
far as
got there
talent-wise.
and you won that chip, no matter what the system, you deserve that. You know, if LeBron was with fucking a good organization for 15 years, I believe LeBron would have 10, 11 championships, bro. But he doesn't.
What about Nick
So
Foles?
nigga, he can't. Nick Foles is tight too.
But
I
Nick
still.
Foles is, Carson Wentz
But
got
I like that
injured,
nigga.
so he doesn't.
What's
Nick
the dude
Foles is
from
a
Atlanta?
backup, so he can't crack a list. He can't
Yeah,
be
nah,
tied
Nick
anything
Foles
as
is
a
good.
backer. He's
He
a
did
good.
He's a
good,
backup,
but he is a backup
He
though.
just went to the Eagles. If you
Yeah,
gave
well,
up to
'cause the nigga
Eagles,
got hurt.
it would've been
What's
But,
the
fine.
thing?
Carson Wentz.
Yeah, Carson Wentz got hurt.
is top 10 quarterback. Nick Foles is
Yeah.
not top 10 quarterback.
Yeah, 100. Throughout the
Even though he
season,
got
he
you
was
a Super Bowl,
he
he's
did.
a Super Bowl
But he
MVP.
only played like
did
3
shit.
games.
3 games.
But that was good coaching, bro. That Super
Was
Bowl was
it,
coached
how many games did he
beautifully.
play the last? Because
That's-
the nigga got hurt in the playoffs.
No,
No,
Carson Wentz got
Carson-
hurt like week
beginning
8,
of the
week
season.
9. It was in
Okay,
the middle
so
of the season.
he played 6, 7 games.
So he played the bulk of the season and the playoffs.
And the playoffs.
So the majority of that season, especially the core of that season, Nick Foles carried the Eagles.
It's
to the
only
Super Bowl.
17 weeks, and you get a bye. So Nick Foles played 7 weeks.
Yes,
and
but
Wentz
you
played
gotta
8.
remember the last 4 weeks you jockeying for playoff position. So those are
Oh, yeah,
those
yeah,
are
yeah.
10 times magnitude of the beginning of the season. So crunch
So
time.
who's gonna start?
Carson Wentz, you drafted him number
Carson
overall.
Wentz.
He's top 10. He was on. You were on your way. You already had this momentum, like you were headed towards the Super Bowl before he got injured. Foles just kept you there.
So what is Foles gonna do? He gonna be happy with being?
He's under contract and they're not letting him go. They might entertain a
trade.
offer at the trade deadline. Like, hey,
But who do Philly need? They don't need shit.
they don't need shit.
They sell.
But if you gonna give me a house, nigga, to get this backup quarterback from me, then I'll take your house. Why not? Nigga, I'll take your first round
Why
draft
not?
picks. I'll take your top rated player.
So about Dez, let's get on Dez. I mean, yeah, Dez real quick. Where you gonna go, man?
He's going to Cleveland.
That's where he gonna go.
They offered him they offered him a 3-year deal in Baltimore. And he said that he didn't want to accept the money because it's going to be like $15 million a year. And he said he'd rather take, no, let me finish. He'd rather take a 1-year deal, prove himself, and then sign a long-term contract where he feels like he's getting his money. He said, yeah, but I understand though. Do you
But
wanna,
old in the NFL and his age is not the same.
But-
He's not old in his humanly,
Yeah,
but
humanly,
in the
yeah.
NFL, he's an old player. You know, because
But NFL's not like the NBA where you could LeBron, you could Kawhi Leonard your way out of a situation. You sign this contract, nigga, you're stuck.
No.
yeah, and you can't
So
really.
if he signed 3 years in Baltimore, that's
and
probably
the
gonna be
money
the
is
rest of his
different. So
career.
you playing, but just to say the
That's
rest
probably
is
gonna be the
different.
rest of his career.
If
right
you
there.
play this
That's-
1 year now, you
I'm not
tweet
signing
that.
for 3 years to a team that I'm finished off my career in a facet making money that I don't agree with. I don't agree with the team. I don't agree with the system. I don't agree with the money.
deal
And
with
I'm gonna sign
Baltimore
the
was
rest of
$7
my-
million. It was a mediocre deal, like everybody else that's getting them that's older. You know, it was $7 million each year. You know, it came up to like 20-something million. But the Browns offered him $3 million or $2 million, and he turned it down at first.
Yeah.
Now let's say he takes this deal. Now they redo it. Okay, now we're gonna give you 3.5, just to play this 1 year. Nigga, you hit your knee, you tweak your knee, bro. It's a wrap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he's betting on himself.
I feel that, but at Baltimore, don't you at least get the first 2 years of your money?
No, because none of that is guaranteed because of your history.
So even the one year contract ain't guaranteed, right?
Exactly. So why would I lock myself in with you for 3 years, but you can get rid of me tomorrow if you don't like me? I'm not gonna get stuck for the rest of
Because
my
you betting on you.
Yes, but that's why I'm gonna not take that contract and rather go to Cleveland and risk getting injured and not having 2 more years. At least with Baltimore, he would have been here for the next 3 years at the least.
So this is the thing I don't get about the NFL as far as the guaranteed money and the contract money. So if you was Dez Bryant, you signed that contract for $7 million a year. So when you sign that, you don't get no money next month.
You get a signing bonus. So whatever percentage of that signing bonus, and then the rest of your money is guaranteed once you're on the active roster week 1.
And then
So
when
if
do you
you're
get
not
paid?
on-
How do the paycheck? When do you? That's what I'm saying. Like
Every
we don't
Sunday.
even know.
Yeah.
Every Sunday you get.
Now you get game
So
checks.
after preseason, when they make that active roster, every Sunday you get a game check that's going to end up that $7 million. Is that what y'all saying?
No, game checks is on top of that. So guaranteed money, you might sign a contract for $21 million, but only $7 million of that is guaranteed. They gave you 2.5 of that up front.
Yeah.
The other 5 of that is for your season. So once you rank the active roster, you get that other $5 million. So you got a $21 million contract.
So you
Now
get
the
rest
rest
on
of
the
that
back
$21 million is off of game checks and incentives. How much scores, touchdowns you score, how many playoffs. That's why in any given Sunday, that nigga had a head injury, but he had to make one more tackle
For his $1 million.
for his $1 million because the rest of this shit is based off of tackles and stats and incentives and game checks. So if he
So when you guaranteed, so look, so what's the dude that just got the big check, 200 and something million, but 85 million guaranteed or something? The quarterback.
Quarterback talking about.
Jimmy Garoppolo.
Nah. hell.
Jimmy Garoppolo for the 49ers got the new contract. He set the new president.
Was it Jimmy?
Yes,
Is it
Jimmy
Jimmy?
G. 49ers. That's my squad. I know.
But yeah, so he got either 85 million or 185 million guaranteed
Yeah.
out of 200 and some million.
Yeah.
So that rest is going to come through game incentives.
Through game checks, so you have to be dressed and active to get a game check, and then the rest of it comes off.
So,
of
but
incentive.
guaranteed means once I sign, that money go in my bank account.
Yes,
Yeah.
guaranteed.
Guaranteed.
I made
And I could
85
get hurt
million.
tomorrow and
Guaranteed.
fuck my dick.
Guaranteed. I made
But
85
you gotta
million.
work your ass off.
Yeah.
To get back on that roster to get the rest of your money.
Yeah, you do
You
though.
gotta go to.
So the other
fuck, I go to
120
rehab.
million is based off of you being able to play in the game and you showing up and balling in the game.
Okay. Okay.
So Dez doesn't want an incentive-based contract.
He just won.
That's
So
one-
he won a guaranteed $3 million, and then he.
He'd rather take the less money and the no incentives in his contract right now, give him a year to ball out so that next year he can get that guaranteed money whether he balls out or not.
And he gonna ball out with Cleveland.
Dez Bryant
and Baker
Dez
Mayfield.
Bryant is the NFL's Carmelo Anthony. A nigga that used to be known as like an all-star
Nah,
nigga. and
Carmelo
but niggas
finessed
think
the
that Dez-
system, man.
But niggas think
Carmelo
that he got
finessed. Carmelo the man, nigga. I don't
Yeah.
give a fuck. Like Carmelo came in the league as the man.
But I'm talking about talent-wise. It's talking about you were
But Dez was tight
First
as
ballot
a rookie,
Hall
but
of Famer,
He didn't get
the way
good
he came
until
in.
like his third year.
The way he came in, he was looking like a first ballot Hall of Famer, and now we're talking about him not even being in the league. That's the same thing with Carmelo. He was first ballot Hall of Famer, and now we're talking about him not even being in the league.
Carmelo, nah, I don't think a Hall of Famer.
He's a first ballot Hall of Famer for sure. Carmelo
Not first
Anthony.
ballot.
First ballot.
How?
Carmelo?
Carmelo.
How? No
No.
rings?
Nah.
No scoring? No MVPs? No. Nigga, all you got is
Just
all
basic-
stars.
If a nigga like fucking Jalen Rose can make the shit, why can't niggas do it?
Because Jalen Rose, man, because he played.
No rings, no nothing?
Because
There's plenty of niggas in
Jalen
there
Rose.
with no nothing.
When have you seen
Yeah.
Carmelo
Look at
shut
Tracy
down? When have you
McGrady.
seen Carmelo
Tracy
shut
McGrady,
down?
first ballot Hall of Famer.
When have you seen?
Melo was better than Tracy McGrady.
Nah.
Yes.
Tracy McGrady
Longevity.
scored
Yeah,
13
no.
points in like 30 seconds.
Oh, he killed.
Tracy
Tracy
McGrady
McGrady
had
scored
no-
like 13
no
points in
playoff
30
wins.
seconds, bro.
No, none of that. He played for the Raptors.
But
played
he
for the
shut
Magic.
down Jordan. He
never
shut down
had-
Kobe, and he got hot.
But that's perception. That's not stats.
Nah, that is stats.
No, it's
That
not.
nigga
Shutting
he
somebody
was-
down
he
is
was-
not stats.
That's defense.
Melo has more stats than.
He don't have more defensive.
Melo has better stats than Tracy McGrady.
Melo ain't never
Tracy
shut down
McGrady
LeBron.
is the first ballot
Melo
Hall of
ain't
Famer.
never shut down
And
LeBron.
Carmelo Anthony is a first ballot Hall of Famer,
Melo
bro.
ain't never shut down LeBron.
You don't have to agree. The stats say
But
if
what's
T-Mac got
stats?
in first ballot, then
What's his
then
points?
Carmelo Anthony is a short
20
bet
points?
for Hall of Fame first ballot.
He don't even average 30 points.
First ballot, bro. I don't make the rules. I don't make the shit. This is what it is.
But
He's
how?
gonna be a first ballot Hall of Famer. I don't even know the voting system.
Yeah, I don't think so.
First ballot.
I don't think so.
Crazy.
I
That's
don't think
crazy.
so.
And if he go
Jalen
over
Rose is a lot different.
never did nothing though. Was just
Nah.
side on the side of Reggie Miller.
Nah.
He was just on the side of Reggie Miller. He never really did nothing personally.
Nah, he scored points. He got high scoring totals. What's Carmelo
Tracy
like?
McGrady. What about Tracy McGrady? He won nothing. How many playoff series did he win?
I don't know. But
None of that shit. He
he's
didn't
a hell of a scorer.
But he's a first ballot
lockdown defender.
But he's a first ballot Hall of Famer. He had a 5-year window. He had a 5-year window where he balled out. Melo balled out for 5 years.
I don't think Tracy is super great, and I don't think Tracy.
But he was the first ballot Hall of Famer.
To me, he has
first ballot Hall of Famer.
He has
so
more highlights
Tracy
in my life than Carmelo.
If Tracy gets in with those stats, then Carmelo for sure.
What's the highlight of Carmelo? What's the highlight of Carmelo that you could think of right now? That's all good. I remember when Carmelo. No. When Jalen Rose got that, D Rose got that, nigga. Everybody got that. Carmelo.
But D Rose ain't going to the Hall of Fame.
But that's what I'm saying though. But at least they got that. Carmelo is just a finesser.
But that doesn't change
he came
the
in
fact.
with LeBron. That's
I'm not
the only
saying
reason why
that.
Carmelo only reason why Carmelo was tight is because he had skill when LeBron came in. They both came in at the same time. That was the only other nigga.
So back to Dez.
LeBron way better than that nigga.
Do you think that Dez is done? Do you think that Dez ain't? Is he gonna basically sign?
He
gonna play.
He gonna play this year, but do you see him?
He gonna get 1,000 yards.
Do you see him getting that big payday?
Do I see him getting over 1,000 yards this year?
No.
10 touchdowns. He could be a big red zone threat. He could just come in and get you tubs in that red zone.
But this the thing the thing that fell off on Dez is that jump ball shit, nigga. Dez fell off with ever since that call where he bobbled it and they reversed it.
He didn't bobble it. That was a catch. They just had to change the rule because he made a catch. They
reversed it and then now they recognize it as a catch. But that fucked with him, man. He ain't never been catching big ever since then, bro. I ain't seen Dez go up.
So you saying he's done?
No, I don't think he's gonna get 10. He gonna get 8 tubs. He gonna get close. But if he finds this with his kids and how he tweeting, if he finds that big jump shit again, he'll get 10. Cause then they'll use him from the 20 in.
From the tweets, does it sound like he's ready to play football?
I don't know, man. He sound like a regular nigga right now. Like that don't sound like no shit. Like it sound like he believe in himself, but it's like, yeah, nigga, you tight when you training by yourself. It's tight when you work out by yourself, when you run your mile. But then when you go to the workout spot, you go to the gym and see niggas doing the same shit you doing, like, damn, that nigga did 100 in 30 seconds, bro. I'm doing 30 in 30 seconds. I got a little bit more to do. So I don't know, man. I think it's gonna be one of them seasons. Like I think he got it. But them young boys, bro, receiver is a different position, bro. You gotta be fast. It ain't the old school where you could play possession receiver where we could just use you.
You see, but if you know systems, you know route trees, then you know that that was the problem in Dallas, is that he could only run a certain amount of routes in the route tree, which hampered him, which lowered their playbook. Yeah. So then Dak couldn't run these plays because you keep running these type of routes so that I can hit Dez Bryant. So you're kind of condensing my playbook and not letting me reach my full potential because you want to run plays that might get Dez Bryant.
We're talking about Dez, but what is that going to do? Now, Dez is doing that with the rookie.
But I'm
the
saying
rookie don't know.
The system.
None of that.
The system.
Dak know that. Dak know, like,
the
okay,
system
this
was
is the
no
play.
longer conducive to Dez Bryant's. The system was no longer conducive to Dez Bryant's talents. And that's why Dez Bryant's no longer fit in Dallas. And that's why he's out on his feet right now.
So Dez Bryant is a nigga that when you... I just got
to go back.
I got to go back to Madden. When you can make your own play and you make everybody go and then you just make this nigga do a post by himself and just dump it off. Dez is that nigga that just gonna do his own play within the play?
No, Dez is a nigga that when you see one-on-one coverage, that's when you get him them jump balls. That's when you get him them back shoulder throws.
But how does that work?
Let me finish. Because he is not a burner. If you understand this, then you understand that he's not going to be able to burn somebody and get no separation. But off that post mount, right when he hits his hitch, if I throw it in the air, he's so big and he gets so that one-on-one, there's no way that you can defend that. So it's kind of like a post score.
Your talent on a rookie quarterback to know that. with a nigga that you couldn't get in line with, that know that already, that know all your tendencies and was giving it to you,
but it's still
and you drop
one-on-one.
it. Now you want a rookie. Now you want a rookie to
It's
be
not
like.
even guaranteed that the rookie's going to start. Tyrod Taylor is there, and he's the starter right now. It's not even guaranteed that Baker Mayfield will be the starter.
Tyrod
They're going to start
Taylor,
with
bro.
Tyrod Taylor. Probably by week 6, if Browns ain't doing nothing, then Baker Mayfield will become the starter. But he's not going to be day one starter. So you're going to be starting with a mobile
But he's
quarterback.
the man, so who you going to be working out with? Who you going to be... that's what I'm saying, like... And then that switch... So let's just say Tyrod is good at giving you that. He good at, bam.
But that's going to keep Tyrod's job, and that's going to keep your job.
Nah, because all it's going to take...
Yes, it is.
When you draft a quarterback number 1 overall, all it takes is one interception.
But you just went 0-16.
With Tyrod.
No, Tyrod was not there. He was with Buffalo.
But that's why you got that
Finish what I'm
number 1.
saying. He went 0-16. As a coach, if you do not win some games, you will not be here next year, whether Baker Mayfield is here or not. So you going in with a Baker Mayfield as your number 1 starter, you probably gonna
That's
win.
what I'm saying.
You're
Tyrod doing all the good
No,
shit.
but at least Tyrod gives you a chance to win more than 0 games. They won 0 games. If they don't get some victories, he will be out of a job. So I need a starter that's not a rookie to start my season. At least give me 2-3 wins
But
so I can try to keep my job.
So Tyrod is
I need to try to keep my job.
They're going to have it, but they're going to lose.
Tyrod's going to play at least half the season.
By week 6, they're going to switch it up because they're doing everything good, but they're still losing.
Yes.
So let's try the rookie. Now the rookie is going to come in and don't know none of that shit Tyrod do, but win a game. Bam. And that's how he's going to keep his motherfucking job.
No, once he's the first overall pick.
I'm telling you how life works, bro.
Baker Mayfield is the first overall pick. The moment
Tyrod gonna do everything perfect.
The moment
him
that
and Dez
they
gonna
start,
own. They're gonna
the
look so
moment that
good
they
together, but they
start,
still gonna
Baker
lose.
Mayfield, he is the starter for the next 5 years. He is the number 1
That's what I'm
overall
saying, at
pick.
week
So
6.
Tyrod Taylor has no choice. It doesn't matter if he comes in and balls or not. You're trying to make it seem like Baker Mayfield has to come in. And the moment that they name him the starter, nobody else is a starter.
No,
for the
they're
next
gonna
5
pull
years.
Tyrod Taylor. They're gonna pull him out of the game and
That's
start
why
Baker.
they're going to keep Tyrod Taylor later, because the moment that you start Baker Mayfield, there's no going back from that. So I'm going to at least start him 6 to 8 games.
But they're still
because
gonna have a losing season.
They are going to have a losing. They're Browns, bro.
But what I'm saying,
You
you said
by half of the
Dez is
season,
gonna ball out.
by
How
half
gonna
of the
ball out
season,
and
it's going to
lose?
be with a veteran quarterback.
Nah.
Yeah, they're gonna be. With
They're not. They're going to go with Tyrod Taylor for 6 to 8 games, guaranteed.
Nah. When you're a white
And
quarterback, when you're a white quarterback and you got hype, you come in at week 2
But when you draft
or 3.
number 1 overall,
Black hype niggas come in at week 6. White quarterbacks come in week 2 or 3.
but you're forgetting that they're 0-16.
You think Tyrod been in like 17 teams, nigga?
There is
They ain't about to get his
there is
no
no
chance.
expectation. It's about the season. It's about letting Baker Mayfield grow. You don't want to start him week 3. You don't want to start him week 4 because you're hampering his growth, and that's gonna set him back. You need to let him sit at least 6 to 8 games on the bench and learn and let him progress, so that when he comes in, he has a higher chance of
I don't
succeeding.
think so. We're gonna see though in a couple months, but
All right.
I don't think the Browns is that organized like that, bro.
They're on Hard Knocks right now. Turn them on and watch
I
them.
watched it. I watched the little receiver give his rant. That shit was powerful. But
No, watch the whole
nigga,
Hard Knocks. They watch.
That
They're
doesn't
open
make me
up to
think
you.
that I seen everybody do a Hard Knocks. That don't mean you're gonna have a successful season or you're gonna win a
Their
Super Bowl.
successful season is more than 0 games. They went 0-16. They have no
went 3
expectations.
games.
So why would I start my quarterback when I don't have to? Why would I put him in the fire and get him out there early for no reason if I'm 0-16? If I win 2 games, it's still an improvement from last year. So there is no rush to throw Baker Mayfield out there.
Yeah, they ain't gonna win the Super Bowl.
And that's my
first
point.
year.
You know that you're not going to the playoffs. You know that you're not shit. You're just trying to win 2-4 games. Be better than you were last year, because you were 0-16.
So
you won
that
nothing.
expectation, I don't know.
They have no expectation, so why throw your
From Hard
men out
Knocks.
there
It
to the
seems
front?
like they do.
No, they're trying to make it. Hey, just
They're
because we're
trying to
0-16 don't mean we can just come out here and lose.
Fuck 0-16, nigga. They went like 1-36 in like the last 3 years. So
All right,
it's
we
not
got-
even
we
about
gotta move on, man. So
0-16.
let's get to fucking Tekashi versus YG. Big blood shit going on, man. What's going on, man? in the whole music world.
All I gotta say is Tekashi is good at fucking with niggas.
Beef with
Because he
everybody.
came to LA already, so I don't know, man. I don't know.
So who's
But I do believe in the position once the light is on you, nigga, you can't really move. So do YG, and can YG touch him? Yeah, but will it come back on YG? Yeah, so I feel it. So, but niggas call you a bitch either way it goes. So I don't know, man. I'm with YG though.
Like
So you with YG pressing this nigga issue?
Yeah, like I just don't like the disrespect from Tekashi, you know, like as far as the albums and shit, they two different. Tekashi is more of a pop rapper to me.
He
That's
is a
the
pop
thing.
rapper.
Even though he got gangster music supposedly, you're a pop guy, you know, like YG not, you know, like YG a regular rapper, nigga, like it's a regular thing, like I don't know, it's just different. So nah, I'm with YG, man. Fuck Tekashi, man. Like when I first heard about Tekashi, I did like that nigga's songs. But then when I found out who Tekashi was and how he does it, if he would just be a rapper and had gumbo and shit or whatever, was it gumbo? Gumbo?
Gumbo.
Yeah. That shit was cool, man. It sound good for it. Like it's new rap, you know? It sound like everybody else, you know? It sound cool in a party or club, but
I don't know.
I just don't fuck with it. I'm an old school nigga.
I don't agree with Tekashi, but at the same time, you can't be doing shit like trying to be pro-black and doing this Kaepernick shit and doing all this shit and then turn around and make a post like, fuck Tekashi, nigga. Blood on get you. You know what I'm saying? Because how can you represent the black people in a pro-black movement and at the same time represent us in this gangbang ignorant shit? The white people looking at the whole picture. They're not just
And that's
looking
the
at
thing
the
I
shit.
try to separate.
So yeah, you supporting Kaepernick and you doing this noble shit, but then you nullify that shit by turning around and doing this weak ass Tekashi beef.
And that's the thing, like, I think about is like, with me too, like, sometimes I know I ain't right, you know, I talk a good one by woke, but do I take a gun somewhere? Yeah, nigga, because I don't trust niggas. Niggas is a pop me for nothing, you know? But should I have to do that? Nah, I shouldn't, you know, but I do it still, you know, so do I fault the ignorant nigga for carrying a gun and get pulled over with a job? Like, yeah, nigga, you should have had a stash better, but I feel it. I feel the story. I feel the root of why you need
Yeah,
that.
but white
motherfucker.
America, you can't be.
And that's what I'm saying. In black society, we understand.
Everything that YG is doing is cool. We understand both sides.
We understand, but white people will never understand both sides. Just like Cat Williams said, he had a gun, and he said, and my nigga friends was like, nigga, you better have a gun, like, for real, like, because white people don't understand that we really get robbed and lose our life, bro. Like a nigga will come punch you with a gun and put you in your own car, nigga, and drive you to the shit and tell you to take the shit out. Like, yeah, I need a gun, bro. So when I get punched in the face, I can shoot this nigga and get in my car and drive off, bro. Like, it's not like niggas is just.
Like, I'm not out here having a gun to shoot niggas. I'm having a gun so that I don't have to shoot niggas.
And that's the one thing is like that I believe in is like Arizona. Everybody gets shot everywhere, you know. It's accidents and all type of shit, you know, bystanders and all that. But I believe if we had an open carry, it wouldn't be that much tripping, bro.
Yeah, it would.
It would. First off, let me say this: as far as California, if we tried to reform that, the first year would be kind of bad.
Yeah.
100. I don't not. It won't. The first year gonna be bad.
Let's get back to Purge first.
It ain't even gonna be like the Purge, but whoever can get it.
California, it is gonna be like the Purge.
But I'm saying,
Nigga, I could go outside with my burner the first
but
time I see somebody.
everybody's not
that I
gonna be
don't
able to
know.
get a gun though. So
Yeah,
you
true.
still gonna go buy records and shit like that. So it's only gonna be that square nigga that got the gun now that y'all niggas been coming up the block fucking with me.
True.
Like now I get to shoot you, bro. Like, nigga, are you gonna do that? Like, and if everybody had a gun, I know I done been in situations that everybody have a gun. Bloods, Crips, Mexicans, And ain't no disrespecting. Ain't no motherfucker. It's love. Everybody passing the weed. Everybody got a bottle. It's love. I've never been in a situation where everybody, and that's why I say we about the police and ourselves. You know, like I believe in that because if you around a bunch of street niggas or geek niggas, you know how to conform to that. You know. Like you don't do certain shit around street niggas that you would do around your friends.
Yeah.
Cause you don't want to disrespect, you don't want to look like a bitch, you don't want to be a bitch, like all type of shit. So most niggas quiet.
Yeah.
It's different when you're a gangster. So I don't know, man.
You don't want to draw attention to you if you ain't no gangster because you don't want niggas to fuck with you.
Real shit.
If you a gangster, nigga, you don't give a fuck.
And if you're a real gangster, you ain't really.
You ain't into that.
Yeah, you just smoke niggas, bro. I know real niggas that kill niggas as
Chill.
cool as fuck, bro. Like I call them like they care still. You know, I say compassionate people still, but every time I done said that to somebody that's so-called educated, like, oh, but he kills people.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro. But the nigga take care of families, bro. Like not only his family, other families, other kids. Like I've never seen people like. Hold up, but will have you screaming with your pants down, bro. Like in front of the house or at the club, it don't matter, but nigga care. Nigga know how to cook chicken, like spaghetti, like a regular nigga, but will murk you. Like, so the human mind is crazy, man. I don't know, man. Tekashi burnt out for that shit. YG need to stick to his lane. It's okay to rep the hood and be out the hood, bro. I'm not.
To me, YG trying to be brazy, but then at the same time try to be political.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like you can't push.
But that's
both
old
agendas.
style. Be brazy, old style. It was cool to not give a fuck and hear a message.
Yeah.
But now it's cool to be cool and hear some cool shit, nigga. Like from anybody. If you got a message. If it moved me, that should be the thing. I shouldn't have one lane where I just need to hear hood shit to feel good. You know, and we talked about Mozzie, you know. Mozzie talked about a lot of killing, but when he first came out, he did talk about pro-black shit. He had that whole song about every black nigga that died. But you still promoting violence, though. You know, you say the white man set the system up to kill ourselves, but you got the yiki in you. Killing niggas in your own neighborhood, you know. So it's like, and that's the thing. If you could be that way, you know. If somebody know you from that, you could reminisce and talk about it, but also tell them where you at now. Like, I ain't doing that, you know. Like you probably know me from the hood blood, but I probably did this with you, and I probably sold you that. But right now, I still sell that, but I'm not doing that. You know, like. But I don't know, man. It's okay to progress. It's okay to evolve, man. Like, it's okay to be the nigga that used to be from the hood. To me, man, it's a good life outside the hood. It's no, you still got stresses, you know, but most of your stresses, it ain't walking down the street. I'm just trying to get a Swisher Wise. Like, damn, that nigga got murked and hit by the car. Like,
trying to get a blunt on Tuesday.
He had a bong. Why he didn't just smoke a bong?
Exactly, like nigga, for real.
It happens, and it's just the way of the hood, you know, and it sucks, but niggas will love you and hate you from the hood. So, I don't know, it's just that mentality, and that's what I spoke about a couple episodes ago, is how do we change that mentality? We can put as much money in the hood as we
can't
want,
when YG is out here doing shit like that and trying to press Tekashi on some gangbang shit at the same time by trying to be a black leader. You can't have it both ways. So you either need to lead the people,
how do you feel?
Or lead the streets. But you can't lead the streets and the people.
So how would you feel if a nigga from Idaho was like real talking, we politicking or something, you know, or flip politicking in a way, but was like, yo shit, you know, because basically Tekashi is a blood, YG a blood. New York and Cali been different as far as their rules, their regulation, their 5-point stars, nigga, their mission statements, you know? It's all different. But how do you get those two people that got y'all both? Because YG the man out here. That's what he's thinking. He's the top blood out here. Him and Nipsey is the two gang. He's a Crip. Nipsey the new Snoop. YG is. It ain't never been a top blood though.
Nah,
Game kind of did it, but
Suge Knight, really. That's the only one.
but he wasn't a rapper. He didn't have a big voice.
Yeah,
was
but he
scared.
ran the game.
100.
And
100.
you didn't have to rap to be the biggest blood in the game.
Real
he
shit.
was that.
100. Real shit. So, but I'm saying, so YG is that now though. He not hard like, I don't think YG is hard like Suge Knight hanging niggas. That nigga Suge Knight, bro, took Vanilla Ice check, bro. Re-signed his contract to fund Death Row. The first 3 albums that Vanilla Ice put out, the Ice Ice Baby and all that shit, sold nigga like 200 something million. A quarter of that went to Suge Knight. Nigga, that shit documented. That's why Death Row got started, because of Vanilla Ice, bro.
That shit tough.
That's tight. But that's how much a gangster is. You nigga, you rode up to a nigga shit
Yeah, and that's
and
why,
made him resign.
that's what
nigga.
I'm saying, but that's a business gangster move. You want to do some shit,
Real
do some
shit.
business gangster shit.
100. But
Gang
what
banging,
could YG do to
but I'm
6ix9ine?
saying, but what is getting on Instagram and be like, pull up on me, nigga, I'm gonna get you blood? What is that gonna do? Why would
funny.
you put that? It's
So
funny.
funny.
as fuck. But why-
Like when I
what
want
is
to
that
get loud,
doing?
fuck 6ix9ine, blood. Like, that shit funny, but it's ignorant as fuck. Bro.
Okay, and how does, and then when white people see that, and then they turn around next week and see you taking a knee with Kaepernick,
Yeah.
it makes Kaepernick's voice even weaker.
Yeah.
You're lowering Kaepernick's stance because
And that's the
he's
thing.
right here side
And this,
beside you,
I
and you
found
doing
this
this shit.
biggest quote is, yo, blessings will change your circle of friends, you know? And that's the thing I gotta say about Kaepernick is, you should have went a different route. If you believed in that, you gotta branch off with only people that believe in that. You can't have half-ass motherfuckers.
Yeah.
Like, because it's gonna make you look bad. You can't be a preacher kicking it with the weed man, the hoes, and the nigga at the bar.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm doing street work. No, you're not, nigga. You probably drinking too. You probably got one of these hoes,
Yeah.
and that's your boy. Like, get out of here. So now you got to separate yourself. If you're gonna be what you want to be, you got to kind of
Decide your lane and decide what you're gonna
yeah.
do.
If people go with you, they go with you. If they don't, they don't. You can't change that. If people want to be a certain way, that's cool. No knock to them. No, I have no knock for the nigga that carries a gun all the time.
Yeah.
But-
I'm just saying the way you portray yourself in
Yeah.
the public, you have a choice. You chose to make that video
100.
and put that out. So that's a conscious choice to portray yourself
And
like
you
this
can't,
throughout the world.
you can't make that
So
shit
yeah, it's
go away
funny,
now.
yeah, it's entertaining, but it's detrimental to the cause.
100.
So don't be, that's the same thing I was saying when Nipsey slapped that nigga. Like, yeah, it's funny, it's entertaining, but it's detrimental to the cause. And you guys are the biggest niggas in the West right now, and you guys are kind of leading us on a different pathway, and we need to stay the course.
Cause that shit
You
can't
can't be
happen.
slapping niggas and banging on niggas on the internet.
And that's the thing, like, that they don't, that Nipsey do kind of put down the groundwork of how to get it, but you couldn't do that if you was coming up. You couldn't slap your valet or nigga, like, if you was trying to get it, if that was your first show to get on, you couldn't slap nobody. Nigga, you gonna take that car around, so the perception is, Nipsey did that because he in a secure spot. You don't do real shit. And
So you get comfortable and start slapping niggas the moment that you get to your victory lap?
I think
Literally?
so. I think so.
This is 10 years
That's what it
running?
looked like. That's what it looked like. I don't agree with it, but that's the only reason why I think he did it. If he had a contract on the line or trying to sign with somebody, why would you want
You
that
see,
negative?
now Nipsey shit, it was a spur of the moment. It wasn't planned. He didn't
100.
think that he was slapping a nigga.
And that's
he just slapped
and the only thing
but
that I get past
YG making a conscious decision to go
and
fucking
that's the
beef with
thing
this
when
nigga
you
and make
when you
videos.
make
and shit.
when somebody make a video of you, that's different because they're capturing you. You're reacting off the moment, and that and did
that's
Nipsey
real.
have a nigga moment?
Yeah.
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 But you still gotta remember, bro, you Nipsey. You not that nigga from the block, bro. Like right now, You know a nigga eyes on you, so you got it. You could have just flinched out and made him look like a bitch, and then had security take him away or something, you know. But I don't know, man. You can't be doing. It's a real nigga moment, you know.
Exactly.
But when you make that post, you're recording yourself, and before you post it, you get to look at that motherfucker again.
Yeah.
So nigga, now you making two choices, nigga. You didn't okay the video, now you posting it. That's too.
And that's my point. Is that YG fucked up because you can't be in that mind frame. You can't be doing that. So
that's the only reason why I give Nipsey the go ahead is because it was a nigga moment. You fucking with me, I'm at my shit, but
now Tekashi, we all know he's a clown and he's gonna have probably another year or two doing what he do. He's gonna fade to black.
You think he's gonna die or you think?
I don't think that he's gonna die. I think that he's gonna fall off though.
He doing a lot of pop shit now though. The Nicki Minaj and he got somebody else, some weird ass singer. He got two little pop ass songs.
Man, I don't see this nigga lasting more than 3 to 5 years.
Like that?
It's another song out there besides that Fifi shit that's pop as fuck. And that Fifi shit sucks.
Yes.
Like, I like that Gummo and shit way better than... Fuck that, nigga. Like... And that shit ain't even saying nothing. Like, as far as mumble rap, Tekashi took that shit over with. Because that shit, like...
Tekashi does,
Mexican slang, bro.
Tekashi does, like, Waka Flocka music. Just a bunch of screaming and...
He just says 13 words over and over. Blink, blink, like, that's it.
That's the equivalent to me. It's like New York Waka Flocka music. He's the New York Waka Flocka and it's popping like a motherfucker. He ain't saying shit. He's screaming and got a couple catchy hooks with some beats, man. Waka Flocka. Waka Flocka got away with going Waka Flocka, Flocka, flame, Waka Flocka. That's what Tekashi's doing. But because Waka's black though, we cool. Waka's a blood. Big B-Dog in it.
I like Waka Flocka Flame, but he wasn't like really, nigga, too many niggas ran up on Waka Flocka Flame, bro. At his music shoes, that nigga just standing there like, and Gucci Man, like I seen him most famous when Gucci Man, they're like, hey bro, like what's happening, you know, like Waka Flocka in the background, like nigga, you look like a bitch, you the biggest nigga here. Like 7 feet tall, you gotta know that nigga was that big. Nigga sky over Gucci. Nah, I like Waka Flocka music, but I never was really into it anyway, or him.
Well, he big as fuck throughout the world now. He more on the pop. He be doing the EDM festivals and shit with the DJ Aoki and all this other lane. So he's kind of doing what Tekashi's doing before he's doing it. So he's kind of like Tekashi before Tekashi.
So Tekashi gonna get into that lane doing like pop
EDM
shit
and pop shit and overseas in Europe and shit, because when he gets done with all this beef shit, black niggas ain't gonna pay attention to him no more. He's gonna be done.
Yeah. I don't think black niggas fuck with him. I think they know about his music, but I don't know no lyrics from Gummo. Except for Blicky Blicky. Like, get the sticky sticky. Like, other than that.
Alright, so.
That shit bullshit.
Y'all see SpaceX is planning an exploration to Mars. This is this new space program that Donald Trump was talking about, and now it's being employed.
That's going to be one of the branches of military, right?
This is what they're talking about. So now they're
part of the Air Force.
Yeah.
Air Force is, they got two branches now. They got, you go fight jet planes, or you could be
Space Force.
And
Space Force or Air Force?
Protect us from the space.
Nah, instead of taking from God.
The only thing that I think about this is them lasers got to be working now. All them Discovery Channel lasers that can shoot. I think it's got to be. Why would we need niggas in space?
What is space?
Nigga, above 50,000 feet, I guess, because anytime you get on where you.
Okay,
floating,
from my understanding, space is defined as infinite dark matter. But if matter is solid, then space is not space. Space is solid. It's just dark, so you can't see it. And this is why they have this $1 billion machine studying dark matter, because we can't travel through space. It's not space, it's matter. It's a solid object. And we don't know what it is. So they're saying that we can't leave Earth. That there's never been another moon exploration or anything like that because it's something they refer to as the Van Allen belts. It's these belts of radiation that's outside the outer Earth.
So all those. So wait, before you get into that, all those rover missions is fake.
Yes.
That
Because
they didn't have
they said
rovers
that-
on Mars and
They said
taking
that.
video.
They said that we can't leave Earth because no rocket or anything that we make can pass through the Van Allen belts because of the level of radiation.
That's past the moon, right?
No, that's an outer Earth. That's not even leaving Earth's atmosphere. That's outer Earth. We can't even get through outer Earth into space because of the Van Allen belts. This is a report from NASA. Belts of radiation around the outer
So
Earth.
the moon landing and all that is fake.
You have to do your own research on that.
I'm asking you, is that what
I
you-
don't.
is
I
that-
believe that it's all fake because you saying in the 1960s that we had the technology to land on the moon 6 times, but now in 2018 we can't leave because of some belt of radiation. But then you're talking about but you guys send satellites all the time that's supposed to be orbiting space. How do these satellites make it through? These satellites are on baby rockets. How are these baby rockets making it through the Van Allen belts? But a big ass huge spaceship that's meant to carry a man to a whole nother planet can't make it through this radiation.
I don't know, man, because first off, that's why I said space can be defined at 50,000, 100,000 feet once you start losing gravity. You know, they got a plane now. If you go up high enough, you'll just start floating because of the atmosphere. So at a certain point, something is trying to take you away from Earth. So I kind of feel you. I don't know about
No,
that.
I'm just.
I don't know
I
about
don't
those.
understand
I'm gonna look
how.
at it,
The
but-
only thing that I don't really get is
I
that
don't
how are we
think
going
that
to
is-
Mars if we can't get past the Van Allen belts?
I don't think the belts
That's a
are as close as
contradiction
we're
that
thinking.
NASA puts out. We can't leave Earth, so no man-made ship can carry a man outside of the Earth because of the Van Allen belts. But you can send drones and rovers.
But I
and
mean,
all this other
I
shit
think they
whenever
mean
you
the
want to
Earth's
satellite.
atmosphere because the Earth atmosphere, this is Earth, but the atmosphere could reach out of here. The moon
No,
is right here.
but if you
But
do
out
your
of
research
here-
on the Van Allen belts, this is outer Earth. This is not even leaving Earth's atmosphere. You're still in Earth's realm.
Yeah, I
You
gotta
can't-
look at
you
it.
can't
I've never heard that.
Yes.
'Cause I don't know.
So this is my understanding of it. So when they come out with these reports that they're gonna do space exploration, when did they solve this Van Allen belt problem?
Yeah, I've never heard of that. I gotta look that up, but I don't know.
You see, man, it's all like, it's fake, man. So much fake news out here, man. They're never gonna, they're just trying to put shit out there to spend tax dollars. So that when they say they're spending these $1 billion of
So
taxes,
listen,
much
this
dollars-
is why the whole moon race happened, first of all. The moon race happened because nuclear bombs. You know,
Yes.
they wanted to have a bomb that could reach. So if you was able to shoot a rocket from here to the moon, you able to shoot a rocket from here on the other side of the world. So bam, you know, the Cold War, all that. So
But the Cold War-
are you
but
telling me?
look-
Are you
look-
telling me there's no rocket that
Let
can
me-
do
let
that?
me-
Man?
let me- In the Cold War, the United States and Russia were both testing nuclear bombs. But when we were
And
testing these nuclear bombs and missiles, if you pay attention to the study, both us and Russia were shooting the missiles straight up in the air.
Those are the rockets.
Why are they shooting them straight up in the air?
What do you mean?
Why, if a rocket needs to hit a target over there, there's no way I'm going to hit a target over there by shooting a rocket straight up this way.
Well, the second
So
thing
what is
that
the
came out
purpose
of
of
the Cold
shooting
War
an
was
atom bomb straight up in the air?
first
Why
off,
am I testing rockets straight in the air? Well, don't they have to
Because-
be diagonal or pointed at a point? What good am I going to get out of shooting a rocket straight in the air?
because it's no real fins to turn it, so it's all off the microchip. The microchip came into play with the Cold War. That's why we got cell phones, the race to the moon, all of that money made the microchip possible. So the microchip in the rocket tilts the trajectory. So you think it's going straight up, but even if you look at old videos, them motherfuckers is moving like this, bro.
No. I'm telling you, due the history, I'm telling you, these rockets are shooting straight up. And I understand what you're saying, but in the Cold War sense, America and Russia, look it up. I'm just saying from my own personal research, these rockets were shot straight in the air. There were no trajectory. There was none of that you're trying to infer. The ones that I've seen, shot straight in the air and blew up.
It's a process, though. They blew up because they malfunctioned. But if you're trying to get, first off, we don't want to show you that we trying to shoot your ass. So, nigga, if we know we need to get to
test
10,000
target,
we need to see if our rocket can go 10,000 feet straight up. For sure, it's gonna go 10,000 feet.
Okay, so if you're testing a gun, do you just go outside and shoot it, or do you go get a target and shoot at the target? Testing a gun.
What am I testing it for?
No, that is function.
What am I testing it for?
Shooting a bomb,
or does it fire?
Shooting a bomb straight in the air and making it explode. This proves that it's a bomb. We all knew it was a bomb when you built it.
No.
You have to prove accuracy.
They dropped nuclear bombs from planes, bro, not from rockets. Hiroshima was from a plane, not a rocket.
But that's a different type of bomb than they were going.
I'm
talking about the Cold War. I'm not talking about
we didn't drop no bombs.
I'm not talking about atom bombs. I'm talking about. I'm not talking about atom bombs. You're talking about atom bombs.
That's a nuclear bomb.
I'm talking. Yes, it's a form. I'm talking about the ones that are attached to a rocket, the ones that you were proposed that you can shoot off of a rocket.
All of them can be shot off a rocket, bro.
Not an atom bomb is a big ass bomb dropped out of a plane.
But if you have something that
a
could
nuclear
drive
bomb
already, all you have to do is
a big ass bomb
and drive that
attached to a rocket. There's a difference.
So C4 in a car and that's like saying C4 won't blow up if you drive it into something and blow it up.
Okay, but C4 is a small one little cube of bomb. Nuclear is on a grand scale. It's 1,000 C4s. Why would I?
No, it's not.
It's
energy, bro.
No, it's not. Atoms. Do you understand what atoms are?
How big do you think a nuclear bomb is? First of all, that it can't fit in a rocket. A nuclear bomb could be as big as this table.
So why are you putting on this big ass rocket that needs to shoot to outer space? Explain the Cold War then. If the bomb is so small,
all the way around the world,
it's not.
You know, nuclear is like gas. All type of poison.
No, nuclear is that
it's radiation.
Radiation
bro.
After.
Oh yeah, after.
It's radioactive explosion and radiation. So
radioactive.
But my thing is, how far is it? This is the only thing that we could disprove this because the world is only 20,000, 25,000 miles around. You know.
Yes.
So how far is it from here to the moon?
Well, I don't believe that. I don't believe that the world is round. So. I don't even want to dabble into that. I'm a flat earther. I believe in flat earth. So I don't even believe that the earth is round. So when you dabble in that logic, I don't even want to partake in that.
Oh. So it's just like a piece of paper floating in space?
No.
Oh.
It's dimensions.
Like a block?
No. It's, let's say,
ready to pair.
This is Earth. Earth is a sphere. This half is our dimension. This half is another dimension. It's kind of like parallel universe.
So the Earth is a sphere? Or flat?
No, we have a parallel universe.
But how? I just want to know, how can it be flat and have top and bottom? Just front page, back page?
It doesn't have a top and a bottom. We
But
have ground and we have side.
You said this dimension.
I believe in multiple dimensions. We are in this dimension, therefore this bottom half of this dimension doesn't exist to us. Therefore, we're on a flat surface. We are not. We don't have access to that other world. This is what they mean by new worlds. I mean, it's a whole lot of information, and I don't really want to.
So are those new worlds Mars and stuff, or no? They just
have you heard of the 5th, 6th, 7th dimension? Do you have Stranger Things? Have you ever watched that show?
No.
It's a Netflix show. And these little kids are dealing with a dimension that's closing in over their dimension. But only one boy can see into the other dimension. And it's this ghost thing that's kind of trying to get inside of him so that it can cross over into our dimension. So it's a world over our world.
Damn, I didn't know that. Do they speak? Damn. I don't know. That's crazy.
It's kind of like, it's really...
So what dimension are we in according to you?
I don't know the other dimension, so I can't say. But if you pay something, it's something called the Mandela effect, where they refer to Nelson Mandela, and he's supposed to die in 1980 or something in prison. But then 2008 or 2006 or something, he gets out of prison, and everybody remembers him dying 20 years ago. So everybody's like, I remember riots in the streets and all this shit, and now 20 years later he's released from prison and he dies. And then it starts to get like contradiction of people coming out with news articles and shit of Nelson Mandela dying. Then it's like, if you've ever seen the movie The Butterfly Effect, where people time travel and they alter a moment in time.
But are you basing? So first off, let me ask this question: do you think movies are real?
Movies are based off of scientific theories. So what I'm basing my thoughts off is the scientific theory that the writer might have used. I'm just using different movies because they put this shit out in mainstream media and they try to make it seem like
do I
it's
think
nothing.
Movies have subliminal messages?
Yes.
But do I think movies are true? No.
No, I'm not saying that they're true, but I'm saying that they're taking real scientific theories.
But what you're
and real
saying, but you're
scientific
taking
shit
a movie
putting
and
it-
basing it off of
No.
a real man that.
No, I'm using that as an example for you to kind of understand where I'm coming from.
But that's
Where-
like saying Tupac didn't die, even
No,
though
I'm not saying that. No, I'm saying
because
this
some
is the,
people say he's alive.
This is the Mandela effect, and that might also be
But
a
that's part of
Mandela
the-
effect
yeah,
of
reverse.
people altering our dimension.
Yeah, I gotta look. I don't know about that, man.
I mean, you have
I
to
got
look
it.
up
Yeah.
the Mandela effect, look up the Van Allen belts, look up the first moon, look up the Cold War.
So you telling me you can't fly around the world?
I've looked it up personally, and we're on the Pacific Ocean, and China's on the other side of here on the world, because let's use this mic for instance.
Because the world's not that
we're
big.
right
It's
here.
only
We're right
25,000 miles around.
We're right here. Correct. So
20,000.
we're right here on Earth. China is over here, but you can't fly over here to China. You have to fly to the east side, and you have to fly around that way.
No, only reason why you can't fly, certain reasons why you can't fly are
Run out of
because.
gas, too much ocean. That's
No.
not.
Well, no.
No, it's a way shorter flight.
First off, if it's a ball, it's all equal. Unless it's a little oval, then it's longer some ways. But if we're just talking about a ball, it should be, any point, it should be the same mileage any way you go. But the problem is airspace, bro. Fucking yeah, we want to
That's
go to
nothing
China,
but water. There's nothing but water between us and China. If the world is round, there's nothing but the Pacific Ocean, and the next body of land is China on the other side
you
of the
got
ocean.
islands, and
no,
then you got aircraft
pay
that
attention
control
to the,
that.
No,
They won't let you just fly around. You have to get certain passports.
this is commerce. So
So-
China is going to be making money off of people flying from America to China. So why wouldn't China do business? We do import export. China's the main export. So we do a gang to export out of China. Wouldn't it be way faster for them to export their products right across the Pacific Ocean to us? Why would they fly their products all the way around the world to us and double the shit?
Drop-offs, bro.
No, it's not drop off. They're China, bro. If we're dealing directly with China, why would they fly that shit straight?
Airspace.
You can
You
say that.
can't go through that. That's
Why
might be
can't it's
Korea
just
right
water?
there. It might be
It's
somebody.
not Korea. Look on the globe.
It could be
Look
somebody
on your
airspace.
globe.
Maybe because
Look on your
we're
globe
spinning.
and pay attention to where your globe tells you where these continents
Yeah.
are. And
First
then
off,
explain
I-
to me. You can't explain it.
The
I'm
world,
not going
the
to fight
world
you on
maps,
that.
the world
But
map.
you
I
don't
don't
even
look
know.
at
You
globes.
said
I look
Korea.
at the world map.
You said Korea
I said it
might
could
be
be
over there.
anything. It
You don't know
could
what's
be
over there.
anybody
I'm
airspace that
telling
will
you-
shoot your shit
I'm
down.
telling you
So
right
the,
now.
the way to go
I am telling you.
is the way to go.
I'm
That's
telling
safe.
you
It's the
that
world.
there is nothing on the globe. There is no islands. There is no nothing in between. There is no landmass. There is us, the Pacific Ocean, and China.
So how do you know that they're going all the way around?
This is what they told us to go. This is
No, how do you know that they're not doing that?
They are, bro. No,
But how?
because this is research. This is known fact. Do
That
it.
what?
That
That
no
they're-
flights are flying over the Pacific Ocean to China.
Maybe it's too bad of
There's
weather.
no flights going that way. There's no flights going that way.
They're just going over top and over
They're-
bottom.
So they're kind of going from this point to this point. They're going from edge to edge. America's over here, China's over here. So we're gonna fly straight to China. There's nothing going around this backside. So from China, there's nothing coming over this way, which will lead you backside to the earth if the earth is round. So there's no commerce, there's no earth, there's nothing going past China. So the point east is America, west is China. North is the North Pole, south is the Bermuda Triangle. So nobody goes up to the North Pole or Antarctica because it's frozen land. Nobody lives up there. It's a treaty saying that nobody can inhabit that. Nobody goes up there. The Bermuda Triangle, everybody that goes down there disappears. Nobody returns. It's a phenomenon. So they keep you from here to here, north to south, and you can't go this way, you can't go that way, you can't go up there, you can't go back way. So it's four corners of the earth.
Just because of what?
It's four corners of the earth because this is what they keep you, because we're on a flat earth. You can't go around. We're not on a sphere. And the governments, the whole world governments are behind this. It's not just our government hiding this shit. It's the Chinese niggas stopping their niggas from going around to that way too.
So what do you mean? It's just back and forth trade? Nobody could go this way or that way? I don't get what you're saying.
All flights. This is America. This is China. And here we have Africa, Europe, and countries. We have Australia down here. We got Hawaii, Alaska up here. There's a couple islands.
Did you see the thing about the world maps and how they're supposed to be upside down or something? How we look at them, not the globe.
Look at NASA. Look at all the pictures they have from outer space. We have billions of satellites in Earth, but there has never been a true picture of Earth captured. Every picture of Earth has been photoshopped, and they say that they have to do that.
Well, what do you mean?
You send all these spaceships and rockets into outer space, but none of them can capture a picture of Earth. So you know how you watching TV and watching a movie and you see the image of this round blue Earth as they're floating in outer space and they're looking out the window at Earth? No picture of that has really been captured on any vessel, on any satellite, on anything that's ever been sent out of space. There has been no real picture of Earth taken from anything that's been sent into outer space. So any picture of Earth has been photoshopped and manipulated.
The space station ain't really there?
Look at NASA, bro. Look at NASA. The space station is in outer Earth. It is not out of our atmosphere. Look at NASA.com and they will tell you all this. That's fact.
But and you said outer Earth can't be passed.
No, this is why NASA has a space station at the altitude there is, because they can't go past it because of the Van Allen belt. This is why the space station is not in outer space like they're telling you. It is still within Earth's atmosphere.
That's what I'm saying. So
Van that is all a fake.
So that's what I tried to tell you, that the Earth, outer Earth may be right here, but the Earth atmosphere,
outer Earth is not space.
Out here.
Outer Earth is not space. It's outside of Earth's atmosphere, geological platform.
So outer Earth is further than atmosphere.
It's basically the space right before space. Right before you enter space, you're in outer Earth, and then there's space. But because of the Van Allen belts, you can't get past that last to get out of the Earth. So you're stuck in the Earth because there's this ceiling of radiation that you can't get past.
So why do we have all these tax programs? Why is everything for the government and rockets? If you know this, why don't rich scholars know this and keep
They do know this. This is why they're studying black matter, because space is black matter. So they need to figure out what this is and how to manipulate it so that they can get through it. If we can get through this black matter, then we can actually get into outer space. And we actually can see what's on the other side.
If they can't get out of it.
That's why they have the space station right there in outer Earth, so that they can harvest black matter, so that they can bring it back down. And they got this big ass bunker in the middle of the Earth with this $1 billion machine that tries to separate the atoms of the black matter so that they can figure out what it is and how to manipulate it.
Yeah, I gotta look.
Look up black matter. Look up Van Allen belts. Look up NASA. Look at all up. Look at the Cold War. Look up Antarctica. None of this shit makes sense.
So you can't fly to China.
You can't fly nowhere, bro. You can't do nothing. It's a big elaborate. You can't go to the. We're already on the West Coast. We can't go any far.
You just can't do a loop.
We're on California.
Can't fly to China.
We're on California. We're at California. There's no cruise that's going to take you anywhere on the Pacific Ocean to any location. This is our harbor right here. Long Beach right here, down the street right here. Go try to find a cruise that's going to take you. This cruise is going to take you all the way, probably stop in Miami or somewhere, pick up some more niggas, and then go across the Atlantic Ocean to their destination.
Because the seas are rough, ain't it? Ain't it harder?
So nobody in the world just stays completely away from the sea of the Pacific Ocean and the air of the Pacific Ocean. Anything west going towards the Pacific Ocean, the whole world just stays away from.
Maybe it's too violent, bro.
I
don't know.
It doesn't make sense, bro. There's no reason. There's no wars going on. There's no.
So we don't have ships in the Pacific Ocean.
We have
warships, ain't there?
We have ships on the harbor. But what I'm saying is that we don't sail across the Pacific Ocean. So even if we have the ships on us, we're gonna sail over to a canal.
So when we was going through it with China, what was that? A couple years ago, and we had all those ships, and United States was right here in the ocean, and China was there. That was by their harbor or by our harbor. So one ship had to cross that motherfucker, right? Either ours or theirs, because we had a big standoff a couple years ago.
Do you understand?
In the Pacific Ocean.
No, it's
we
not.
had many wars in the Pacific Ocean. That's what I'm asking you. You just said nobody.
These boats came around from the other side. You can still reach the Pacific Ocean without crossing the Pacific Ocean. So saying that they were in the Pacific Ocean fighting means nothing. That didn't explain how they got there.
They dropped off.
You don't know that. So you're trying to say, you're trying to tell me?
Big ass ship got dropped off? No, they sailed there, obviously, or whatever, but they're still in the Pacific Ocean.
This is why America has the biggest Navy. We don't have Navy standoffs with nobody. Nobody opposes our Navy. They oppose our Air Force. This is why China did.
China has a bigger Air Force than us.
But Air Force, not Navy. You're talking about ships.
Yeah.
We're talking about sailing. Nobody's 10 times above everybody.
When we had that standoff,
we are not sailing across the Pacific Ocean. All right, man. We gotta wrap this shit up, though. We could argue with this nigga forever, but he doesn't know. He's gonna look it up. I'm pretty sure he's gonna look it up because he's defending it. So
I'm just saying, I just never heard of
so
Earth flat dimensions, and I'm not knocking it. I'm just trying to understand it.
It is in the Bible.
The dimensions.
Heaven is a different dimension.
The Earth is flat.
It says the firmament in the Bible over 10 times, which is the dome, which is the top of the earth, which they're referring to as the Van Allen bounce that we can't get past. It's not. If this is the earth, this is in keeping us enclosed in earth, so that we can't go that way because that's enclosed. So it's like the Simpsons movie. It's like the Simpsons movie. They put all this shit in TV for a reason. It's like the Simpsons movie when they put the dome over the town and they couldn't leave the city.
That Jim Carrey movie I seen.
The Truman Show.
Yeah.
The same shit. They put all this shit out there because when people truly find out, and that's what they said about Truman, if people are truly intent on finding out the truth, there is no way we can stop them. When Truman got on the boat and went to sail out the way that he wasn't supposed to sail, and he found the wall to get out, that's the Pacific Ocean. And he's saying they put storms in there and had weather welfare and made it rain specifically on him to try to capsize him. The government does have weather welfare. So if you do try to sail over to yourself, they can fucking create a storm and capsize you. They can do that. They have the power. So just like on the Truman Show, he sailed the way that no one was supposed to sail, found the edge of the dome or the stage, and that's how he got out.
And we're living in that? Man.
Look up, the world is round. The world is round came from Copernicus in the 1800s. No telescopes, no nothing was ever invented. The Catholic Church adapted this and started to sell it too. And then when the Catholic Church and the Roman Empire took over the world, the rhetoric that the world was round was automatically adapted without ever being proven.
And the Catholic Church made the Bible, right? Okay. But they put out that knowledge, but they gave out something else?
Christianity and Catholicism are the biggest religions in the world.
Yeah.
You look at Britain, the middle.
But they said that the Catholics was the first one to make the Bible, right?
Yes.
So they had to adopt. But that's what I'm saying. So all of that, and they still rep Christianity. They still rep that it's a flat Earth and don't miss. But I'm gonna push that right now. The Earth is round.
You see, but if you pay attention,
But most people believe in Bibles instead of people.
Man, if you believe in the Bible, bro, you pay attention to the Bible. The Bible is a sequence of stories with morality issues underlining.
100.
So these are people just having conversations. So when they
On
talk
their
about
situation.
yeah, so when people in the Bible are talking about flat Earth, this is because before Christ this is what they believed in.
But if you was Truman, you would know that it ain't flat Earth because you made it to the Pacific Ocean and hit the wall and broke out. So now you know that it's not flat Earth. It is round. I can go around. They were stopping me, but I can go around now.
But how many times has the Bible been rewritten? We've never seen the original Bible.
First off, it's over 100 Bibles.
Yes,
but
the original context, the first Bible, we've never seen it. Nobody in history even knows the context of it. So we only getting what we got.
The so-called first Bible aren't written in English.
What does that have to do with anything? Well, I'm not talking about
because
what languages. I'm talking about the context.
So we don't know if it's truly
I'm talking about the context of the actual content that's inside the Bible. I don't care what language is in. What does it decipher as?
Because it changes those stories from Hebrew to Israelites. That Bible changes and those names changes. Those stories change a little bit because of the people that told it. That's what.
All right, man. We're gonna wrap this shit up, man. This is the end of episode 15.
All Bibles.
I keep going all day with this nigga.
Am I wrong with the Bible though?
No, you're not wrong. But what I'm saying, you're missing the point.
But I'm saying, what if you the nigga that make it to the Pacific and break the wall?
Nobody, they're not. There is no real Harry Truman.
But if it was, and you found out,
that's the hypothetical. If they're hypothetical,
so
you
we're only on flat Earth because they're making it flat because they're closing us off with this dome. That's what you're saying.
Do your own research, and
but that's what you're saying.
Come back to me.
You said it's a dome.
Part 2 of this next week.